Hello, everyone. Uh, we're starting with coughing immediately. That's great. So this is a video we hope we wouldn't have to make. But here it is, and we've decided to just make a video about everything at once. Let's start with the latest and most important stuff. We just tested positive for COVID. Um, got a test right there. You can tell, or maybe not. I don't know how good the light is, but yeah. So that happened. Now we've had our first two shots. We haven't had our booster shot yet because of moving from Skåne to Kalmar, and as a result, we did not quite have the same um, immunity as some of the people. And people we've been hanging out with have actually tested negative. So we're guessing that's been the difference because they all had their booster shot. We have tea here just to keep ourselves warm. Okay, so yeah, how did that happen? You might be wondering, or you might not, because you might already know. We were at a convention last week, and the instant response to that would be, well, then you had it coming. You should have not gone to a convention. We were fully aware of the risks going there. We worked at the convention. It was our first convention in 2 years, and we mostly agree. Yeah, like this is our own fault. We went to a convention with a bunch of other people. We, tried to be as safe as possible while there, but we still went, and apparently we did get infected while there. But that's kind of where there's some um this is kind of where some of it doesn't fall down to our lack of security measures. You see, when the convention, which was Narcon Winter 2022, was announced, it was supposed to require, COVID vaccination passes, um, which that's what we signed up for. That's what we thought it was going to be. But then the Swedish government, withdrew all COVID restrictions about 2.5 weeks ago. And with that, Narcon decided apparently they wouldn't even require, you know, the vaccination passes anymore. You can just go in there. They didn't check our passes who worked there, didn't check the attendees who worked there. So, I mean, the convention was more of a breeding ground for COVID than it was originally announced to be. Now, we still went, still our own fault, but we do feel like that context is important because when we signed up to work there, we did so thinking that, at least everyone will be vaccinated, but that was not the case. Uh, as for how we feel in the moment, we're better today. The last 2 days were hell, like really bad, and it's actually why we ended up getting tested. Because like it started for us with a loss of appetite, which we weren't aware at the time was a symptom for COVID, and we just chalked it up to, you know, like a couple of off days. And we also had, migraines, but we always have really bad migraines. So we didn't think too much about it. And then, like, on the last day of the convention, we were having, like, this banana flavored smoothie. And we were like, there's no banana in this. Like, we can't taste the banana in this. And our friend was like, what do you mean? Like, and like she tested it. It was like, I can taste the banana. And we were like, we can't. Should be more banana in here. And she said, probably jokingly, like, oh no, you caught COVID. You can't taste stuff. We were like, yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it? Um, but then like we started having more taste bud issues, after we came home, and we struggled with a bunch of various things, including just basic breathing, after coming back home. So we decided to get tested, and yeah, turns out we have COVID. So far, everyone that we have contacted, that we spent time with, have who have been able to get tested, have tested negative. So hopefully, it wasn't too much of a problem at Narcon that everyone ended up getting infected, and we just ended up, you know, drawing the short straw. Partially, probably because we didn't get our vaccine booster, which we were gonna get later this month. We'll see when we can get it now, because it has to be 2 weeks after you had COVID. So hopefully still at the end of the month, but we'll see if it might not be able to get an appointment until April. Other than that, it was a really nice convention. A really nice convention. Had a lot of fun there. Didn't end up buying a lot of things. This convention, the merch stores were actually pretty bad, but like we got a bunch of stuff from like the artist alley, um, like including like just silly little pride stuff like a lesbian ditto, and what else do we have here? Like a bunch of Yotsuba stickers. I'm just gonna bring one here. We posted all the merch to our or all the artist alley purchases to Twitter. I'm probably gonna put them up on Instagram as well. We've been putting up all of our stuff from the convention on Instagram, like in piece by piece. Um, that's been a lot of fun. We actually got a really nice jacket at the convention though, like this brand new jacket that I'm guessing the person who bought it, like, it didn't fit them or something. And to be fair, it's like just a little too small for us. But like if we get oh sorry, if we get a little bit into shape, better into shape, we can probably like fit it really well. So that's nice. Um, yeah, I had a great time at the convention where we did a Pokemon panel. We were Moon or Celine at the Pokemon panel, uh, and the other ones that we had were like Hilda from Pokemon Black and White, and Serena from Pokemon XY, Ash and Gary from the Pokemon anime, and also had a friend who was who she played a Umbreon at the panel. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully we're gonna get that up on YouTube as well. We're gonna do some editing to it. Make sure that it looks nice, and that everything is fully audible and such. We also watched a lot of the we watched both of the like Love Live Dance cover performances. They were wonderful. Aqua Rice and TTC. They're both very talented groups, and waiting 2 years to see them perform again was totally worth it. We also held our first idol meetup and idol quiz for the first time in 2 years. That was a lot of fun as well. We were a bit rusty, and we made some bad decisions about the planning for the meetup and the quiz, but it's all stuff that we're like able to learn from and improve upon. So worth it. And now we know for the next one how to approach certain parts of it, and how to improve certain parts of it. Met a lot of Final Fantasy 14 players at the convention. That was a lot of fun. So we're gonna see if we can plan some kind of Final Fantasy 14 meetup at the summer convention. We worked at the karaoke, in case you're wondering, which is normally where we work. We're with a traveling karaoke that attends a variety of conventions throughout Scandinavia, and this is our second one since the pandemic started. Because there actually was one at the end of last year that we didn't personally attend, but some other people at karaoke did, and that was fun. Yeah, so those are our immediate post convention thoughts. Um, we also wrote a blog post, or we wrote a post on our Twitter/Patreon page, going into the issue or the subject of online rumors and how they affect the real world, because we did find out that there were people at the convention saying stuff about us that was uh, potentially dangerous to just be spread as fact when it wasn't. But if you want to read about that, then we have posts about that up. We're not going to get into it in this particular video because we don't want to make this too long a video, because we kind of just want to go back to resting. Yeah. Guess it was going to happen sooner or later that we caught this thing, but at least it wasn't until after we have mostly gotten vaccinated. A little worried because like we have really bad lungs, we have asthma, so like we hope that it's not gonna, completely destroy us even more on that front. But not really much that we can do about that now. So we're just gonna try and rest up and then get our booster shot as soon as possible. And yeah, that's kind of that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to talk about. Let's see. Gonna do a quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you to Alana Daw, Anne, Benjamin Schmidt, Hikari Yoma, Jacob Springwood, Kit Stubbs, Michael Rosenblum, Miss Nixie, Quirk, Rain, Rin Clarita, that's a new patron right there, thank you so much. Rumray, Sergey Music, Sean Peterson, Spider Rebel News, Stephanie, Roricht, TB, and Cleote. You are all so important to us, and we're so ever thankful that you are, helping us out financially as we try to figure out how to sort our life out and what and all these things. And if you want to support us on Patreon, there are links in the description for that. You can also do one-time donations through Ko-fi and stuff like that. And yeah, that should be about it. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you haven't caught COVID.